Hold on, everybody. Gotta check something. Got a camera issue. Oh, yeah. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Sorry about that. I was thinking YouTube and I wasn't thinking whatnot. There we go. Okay. Just a little goof. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're still here. Had to fix the camera. I have a buy it now show tonight. Buy it now only with best offer. So feel free to take a look at the catalog in the shop and start sending me your offers. I get some of this stuff set up. Thanks for coming, Taken Too Lightly. Thanks for coming, J-Mab. Yeah, I just had to reset the camera. I knew something didn't look right when I was setting up. Probably shouldn't go on air late on a Sunday night. Welcome to those watching on YouTube. We'll definitely have to delete the playback on that one. Oh, boy. Oh, well. If we get raided tonight, I'll run some raid giveaways. Just in case you know somebody who's looking to raid. But gotta sell some stuff. Let's sell some stuff. Hi, Alicia. Love of fashion. Or Alicia Love Fashion. Thanks for coming. I have everything on my buy it now. Please check out my shop. Whoops. Yeah, I had to reset my camera. My camera was set up for a YouTube horizontal instead of a whatnot vertical. So, yeah, had a little bit of issues. Oh, well, it's not a big deal. People are here to buy. They don't really care about the photographies. Just thought I'd go on 8 o'clock Sunday night on the West Coast. I know for you guys on the East Coast, it could be 11, depending on where you're at. Could be 10, could be 9. But hey, if you're in Alaska, it's only 7 o'clock. If you're in Hawaii, 5 o'clock. So go for it. Go for the shop and see what I have. I still have some of my banger items. And I still have the number one item tonight is the jewelry jar. Thanks for coming on YouTube. Please scan the QR code and come join us over on Whatnot so that you can join the stream. We'll give this a try for a little while. Hey, go, go, go. Thanks for joining. Please check out my shop. Oh, that's so funny. I was like, why is my camera sideways? Oh, well, not a biggie. Are you subscribed to my YouTube channel at April Davis PI? I couldn't put in the show notes because I put in the poll first and then it wouldn't let me put in the notes. So I'll tell you the notes. No cancellations. All sales final. Everything sold as is. Tips go for bunny treats. And make me an offer. I just need to unload this jewelry. I just got a new box in and I have another box coming in about a week. So I got to get everything out of here, including the new stuff. I'm not a storage company, so got to get everything out. There are some banger items, if you're interested, that are on the more of the expensive side. Hello, Vintage Finds Mama. Thanks for coming. I got everything in my shop and my buy it now. Find something you like, let me show it to you. You might even want to send me an offer. Just let me know what you're interested in. Yeah, I had to almost stop the show. I started it vertical or horizontal by accident. I was like, oh no, no. Oh, thanks for the follow. Who is that? Is that someone in my show? No, that's somebody else. Diego. Okay. If you follow me, I'll follow you. Follow you back. Follow for a follow. Please let me know what you need to see. I have both men's and women's, mostly women's, but there are some nice men's items as well. I also got some coins and some. I've got one of the tokens left. I still have the Egyptian pharaoh. The Kobe token has sold. I also still have the men's golf, really nice vintage money clip from the World Tour, signed on the back. There's still a few pairs of men's tie clasp and cufflinks, but mostly women's. Michaela, thanks for coming. Everything's in the shop under Buy It Now. If you are watching on YouTube, oh hey Mandy, I just saw you. I'm watching the Whatnot chat. If you're not already a member of Whatnot, please scan my QR code, Mandy, and sign up. Or come on over if you're already signed up to. If you're not signed up, though, take advantage of that QR code and you'll get $15 shopping money. And thanks for coming. Shannon, hey, thanks for coming. Everything's in the shop under Buy It Now. Mostly vintage to contemporary costume jewelry, some women's, some men's. I've got a couple of watches. I've got a couple of banger pieces. My best item tonight is I just made up this brand new jewelry jar. That's $61.86 worth of Goodwill Blue Box jewelry for $30. That will go quickly on my marketplace if somebody doesn't buy it in my show tonight. And if you want to get discounted shipping, just buy something inexpensive like a sticker, or I've got a couple of patches I can send you, some baseball patches if you got kids. I don't really have anything heavy other than the jewelry jar. That's going to take 2+ pounds of shipping. It's almost a 2-pound jar, 1 pound, 14.5 ounces. It's a brand new jar, and it is made of plastic so that it won't smash in shipping. Even with bubble wrap, we can't trust the post office. Good afternoon or good evening, Plushy World, Mandy's Candy, and Barrett Armstrong watching on the YouTube multicast. Please make sure to answer the poll. Hi, the Crazy Mo Show. How are you? Hey, I have everything tonight in my Buy It Now. I just got another blue box in, and I have another one coming in about a week or so. I'm doing okay. It's 8 o'clock on a Sunday night here. And it's been a long week. I had a lot of medicals earlier in the week, and then I had to take my bunny for a vaccine, and it was an ordeal. She's okay though. So the banger pieces are still available. The gold Egyptian piece, and I added a new one. I added the peridot and amethyst gemstone necklace. Oh, okay. Bargains for less. U.S. Oh, I remember you. Okay. Hi, Universal. Universe. Let's see. Universal Finds. Okay. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I've got some really good vintage jewelry. Hi, Status Hopper. Please check out my shop. Everything's in the buy it now. Hi, Eddie. Thanks for coming. If I can get someone to raid later on, I don't really know anybody, that can raid me, but if somebody wants to raid later, I'll then run some raid giveies. Yes, I do. I just made this today. This is the bulk piece tonight. This is a jewelry jar. It's almost, whoops, it's almost 2 pounds, and it's all wearable pieces, gold tone, silver tone. There are a couple of beaded items and a couple of faux pearls, but not too many. All matching earring sets. There is a cameo piece in there. There are some brooches or pins in there, and all the earring sets are matching. One of the earrings is designer. It's not signed, but it is a designer piece. And there are a couple of uh, vintage necklaces that are signed. One is brand new. It's like probably a department store brand, and it's got a price tag on it of $29.50. And that's just one piece that's in that jar. So this is everything I got out of a jewelry jar for $61.86 minus the silver. I pulled out the silver. These jars go extremely fast. I usually sell them local on Whatnot, Facebook Marketplace, but I also have it on the Bay and I have it on Whatnot. So whoever wants to buy it first gets it. I'm just ready to get it out of here so that I can make room for the next box. I don't try to make, a lot of extra money on this. I just try to recover my expenses so that I can enjoy the hunt. I'm a disabled person, and I gotta stay busy, so I mailbox gold mine and I jewelry hunt, and I'm getting pretty good at it because I'm finding some really cool pieces. And there is a banger piece that came out of there that is a peridot and amethyst necklace. It's handmade, so it's probably the only one in the world that's like it. There's a similar one that just sold on Etsy for $203.88. And I think I have it listed for like $50. But that is the jewelry jar. That is the bulk jewelry. So it's vintage to contemporary. There's a mix. The only thing that's not in there are rings that would go on your fingers, but there's earrings, necklaces, bracelets, brooches, a cameo brooch, and a new tags department store style necklace. Oh, the price? The price is $30, and it's in the shop. I just made it today. I have been going through this box for the last 3 days just to pull out the silver pieces. There are some pieces that are stamped. There's one piece in there that's a really nice necklace that's marked, and it still has a price tag on it that says $29.50. There's one or two other necklaces in there that are stamped. There's some really nice serpent earrings in there that are designer earrings, but they're usually stamped on the card because I matched them up through Google Lens and Etsy and eBay, and I found the exact ones. And I can't remember the brand, but it's actually a brand name. But the brand is usually stamped on the card, so it's not stamped on the earrings. So there's also some other serpent earrings in there that are stamped 925, but I don't believe that they are silver. So that's why I just left them in there. If I thought that they were, I would have just kept them for myself. There's some cuff earrings in there. So basically earrings. Yeah, that's the biggest bulk buy I have is this. Not unless you want to buy out the whole store. Then I'll add a listing, buy out the whole store. Hey, you should see in the catalog, look at that gold-edged Egyptian piece. That is worth a fortune. Hi, Lizzie Coins. Thanks for coming. Everything's in the shop under buy it now. Yeah, this necklace, I have never seen one like it, and I did test it with the Presidium Gem Tester. It did test positive for it is peridot and amethyst, and even it has some sort of stone that is the toggle for the closure, and it's very ice cold to the touch. And each I use the Presidium gem tester, and then I use the acid for like silver and gold. But yeah, this, and they're ice cold, and each individual bead or stone is knotted. Yes, I do. And the pearls that are in the bulk in the jar, those are all faux. And speaking of real pearls, from Japan, Japanese black Akoya pearls with a 14 karat gold clasp. They're from a department store from Japan. They were hand carried over. Um, they're very sentimentally like important to me, but I'm disabled, so I'm willing to let them go. I've never actually worn them other than to try them on over 30 years ago when I got them. So yeah. So occasionally I do come across oh, these you'd have to look to see what the, let me look at the catalog, see how much the pearls are. Let me see. Let me go to my Buy It Now tab. Let's see. Yeah, and I've seen them go for like $500. It's going to crush me to sell them because they were given to me by somebody very special who has since passed away. I have them for $250. I'll pin it and you can see the pin. But yeah, these are black Akoya pearls from Japan. Yeah. The case has got some fuzzies on it. I'll have to use the tape on it. Yeah, they are beautiful. I actually had somebody that bought them on eBay. Well, actually, I sent them an offer because they had liked it, and then they countered. And it was kind of a lowball offer, but I was like, well, I need the money, and I hate to let them go, but okay. So I agreed to their counter, and when somebody counters on your offer on eBay, they don't have to pay. And then you have to, it loses its traction and it holds up the item for 4 days. And so I was like, well, you know what? I didn't really want to let them go for that price anyway. So I guess it worked out. So yeah, that and my Egyptian goldet as my banger pieces. And of course these stones. And I knew immediately they were real even before I tested them because they were so ice cold, and they're all polished. They've all been hand beaded and knotted. It's just a crazy thing to find in a Goodwill blue box, but I found it. In fact, I have a silver hoard that I found in that box too, and I have like a live YouTube version video, a long form content video, and I just put up a short tonight on the same blue box. But I'm not here to stash jewelry. I'm here to buy it and go through it. I pick out any pieces that are broken or don't look right. There's several pieces I just think look cheap. Even if they're not broken, I pull them out and I put them in a craft box. I do have a craft box. I didn't list it yet. But this was probably one of the best boxes I ever had because of the content of this, the silver content and the gemstones. There's also another necklace that's in there that's got real gemstones, and I stuck it in the jar. And I didn't test it yet, but it looked like a set of beads to me. But then when I felt them, I was like, oh, these are ice cold. These are real too. But I didn't test them. I just threw them in the jar. So someone's going to get a gemstone beaded necklace with this jar. But yeah, it's nice. Hi, Melissa. Thanks for coming. Please check out my shop. My banger pieces are my jewelry jar and my gemstone necklace and my pearls. But I have a lot of inexpensive items too. Little $3, $5 items with best offer turned on. If anybody sees anything, let me know, and I'll be able to show it to you. I don't see any offers in the offer tab. What's going on, people? Hey, if anybody knows anybody who's looking to raid, I can run a raid giving later tonight. But I got to get some people in here and I got to make some sales, or it's not happening. Because I can't be minus on a show. took me a lot of time to get all the listings up and put the new listings up and then switch them over to the show, and Whatnot never makes that easy. And I like to have pictures on everything. I don't like to do it without pictures, so people know what they're getting. Gems and jewels for you. Thanks for coming. Well, you're in the right place. Look at this. Look at that gemstone necklace. I just got that. I got that out of a Goodwill blue box, and it has tested positive for peridot and amethyst. It's absolutely gorgeous. I saw a similar handmade one on Etsy that just sold for $203.88. So you can buy it here for a bargain. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's some other necklaces obviously on that display, so if you need me to take it down, I will. I just showed it to the Crazy Mo show. And I made a new jewelry jar tonight. I've actually been working on this jewelry jar all day. It's $30, a little bit of everything. It's all good stuff. There's a lot of pieces in that jar. It doesn't look like much, but it's almost 2 pounds. Hi, Jill Loves Jewelry. Thanks for coming. Please check out my shop. I have everything on Buy It Now. I just put this jewelry jar together today. And I also have this banger piece that came out of my most recent Goodwill Blue Box. This peridot and amethyst hand knotted necklace. It's just to die for. The only one I could find online that was similar had just sold on Etsy for $203. So, yeah, it's nice. And then I put the jar together today. But I've got a lot of these, little inexpensive pieces too. And everything's in the store under Buy It Now with best offer turned on. So you guys start shooting me some offers. Hopefully someone will rate us tonight and come in and get us some sales going. If not, all of this will be sold across the other items or the other platforms that I do. But I like to sell as quickly as I can, thus I do Whatnot. I still have this Egyptian Pharaoh token. The Kobe token just sold on another platform. Also, I had a Bitcoin token, and that already sold. You'll have to excuse my fingers. I got into some jewelry acid, a new pack, and when I opened it, part of it spilled on my fingers, and my fingers may be stained for the rest of my life. It is what it is. I can't even cover it with nail polish. It's really bad. It's just going to have to wear off as my new skin grows in. Luckily, it didn't burn me, but yeah, I got some jewelry acid on my hands. I should have had my gloves on. I won't make that mistake again. Let me know if there's anything you want me to show you. I pinned the expensive pearls because somebody here wanted to see those. The Crazy Mo show was looking at those, so let me go back to the Buy It Now tab, and we'll pin something else. How about this Aldo? I'll pin that just so we got something showing. Don't be shy to send me an offer. You won't hurt my feelings. Just, if it's reasonable, you might be surprised what I might take. There are a few men's items in here if you need to shop for the man in your life. Oh, hey, Bill. I don't know if I missed you. I don't know if you're still there. Hi, Barrett. Hi, Bill. On YouTube. Please come join me over on Whatnot. I think you have a Whatnot account, Bill. I don't know if you're still there. If you're still there, shout yourself out. I can't really watch both chats at the same time. Um, Aram, thanks for coming. Aram, please check everything out in my shop in my Buy It Now tab. I just added this jewelry jar tonight. If I don't sell it here, it's okay because it'll sell on Facebook Marketplace immediately. I also have my items at the end of the show. I'll switch them over to my Whatnot Marketplace in case somebody wants to come back at the end of the show and see what's left. Those things should be, whatever doesn't sell, we'll just go over to the Whatnot Marketplace. Yeah, we can't broadcast any music on this. Oh, okay. Hi, Bill. You'll open Whatnot. Okay, thanks. Yeah, last time I played some music, I forgot I was multicasting, and then YouTube like screamed like, "No, no, copyright claim! You can't do that." And I was like, "Oh no, no, I don't want to claim." So it wasn't a it wasn't a strike, but I had to take the show down. Hey, TH, welcome. I got some banger pieces here tonight. I've found so much. I just did a video. I don't know if you've seen it yet. Oh, Bill, thanks for coming over from YouTube. Yeah, I did a live on this Goodwill Blue Box that I just got a few days ago. It was incredible. And then once I started going through it, I did a long form content, but not too long because nobody's going to watch a 3-hour video. And then tonight I did a follow up short because I found what was it, like almost 30 grams of silver in that blue box. Hi, Linda. Thanks for coming over. I have everything in my shop in my Buy It Now. I just put a new jewelry jar together today. Spent the whole day putting this together. That's a good deal. If I don't sell it here tonight, it'll go on Marketplace. So, but I'll give everybody on Whatnot first dibs. Then I got this really amazing peridot and amethyst necklace. It's handmade. It's probably the only one like it. It's hand knotted. I found one that was similar on Etsy that just sold for $203.88. And I think I've got mine for, what is it, $50 or something? Let me scroll through my shop really quick and see where it is. It's here somewhere. If somebody who's a reseller wants to buy that, I totally get it. Go for it. Yeah, I got it for $50. So buy it here for $50, and then if you have an Etsy account, put it up on Etsy and list it for $200, and you'll be in good shape. I hate Etsy. I've only ever sold 2 things in my life on Etsy, and I've been a reseller for 24 years, part time, and Etsy's not my bag. And I do have my golden Egyptian piece on Etsy. I actually paid the 20 cents to list it over there. So, but it's got like 1 view or something, because I don't do that platform. So right now, Whatnot's been doing okay, and Facebook Marketplace has been doing pretty well for me this year, which is surprising. Yeah, some lady sent me a box full of cash. If you want to see the video on that, that was on a resale item as well. I couldn't believe it. It's never happened before. And the same day, I won a Whatnot prize from somebody, and it took a while to get here from Oklahoma. It was out in the mailbox, but I didn't grab it on whatever it was. It Friday? Yeah, Friday it came, the same day that this box of cash came. And then I realized, like, oh, there's another envelope out in the mailbox. Okay, Bill, you're not going to believe this, though. I won a Whatnot givey from somebody that I didn't know, a jewelry seller, Oklahoma. I think he actually sells like storage spines. He sells everything. Really nice guy, disabled vet. And I realized yesterday, like, oh, I think there's another package out there because I get my mail at a business address, but I get my packages where I live. So I brought in that box of cash, not realizing, oh, there's another envelope out there. So I went and I got it, and when I opened it up, you're not going to believe I got $10 in cash, and I was like, oh my god. cash in the mail arrived twice the same day. And I don't think in my whole reseller career I've ever got cash in the mail. So the mailman put the priority box at the front door. I don't know why the lady spent priority mail. It was coming from LA County, and it took like 3 days to get here because of the holiday. Like 3 days to go from LA County to LA County, and she spent priority. She could have sent the same box for like $5 or $6. She spent almost $10. It had that darn big hole in the bottom. And if you've seen the video, Bill, you see that there was a pamphlet, some sort of flyer, some type of balanced nutrition or something like that. I don't remember. But that pamphlet in the bottom of the box actually helped prevent the cash from leaking out of the box because there was a big hole in the bottom. You could see into the box. And the money was not in an envelope. It didn't have a rubber band around it. It didn't have a paper clip. It wasn't in a box within a box or in a card or a greeting card or an envelope. It was just all lying in the box with that brochure that was just, I guess she just used an old box and didn't realize there was a brochure in the bottom of the box. And that brochure kind of was like a buffer that kept the cash from leaking out or being seen because that hole was big. I mean, I could eyeball inside that hole and go, "Oh my God." Like it only came from LA to LA. It's not like that box went across the country. Like, how did that? And she had duct tape on it. Then the postal service put postal tape on it too. But they didn't tape the bottom. And that's where the hole was. And I was just like, are you effing kidding me? Like, how in the world is this happening? And if you saw my golden pay dirt video, Bill, or anybody who's listening to this story, I don't know if you're still there, TH Stacker, but I just went through the golden pay dirt fiasco since March 31st and just got that straightened out about a week ago. Got finally everything straightened out, got the money back, got the postal claim done. Everything is done with that. Put the video out, and then this lady contacted me, and just offered to send me the cash in the mail. Spent way more money than she needed to. She could have just put it in a greeting card and stuck it in an envelope or a thank you note or just something like that. But she went through this ordeal of, putting it in a box, paying for priority mail over a holiday. It arrives with a hole in it. And, I don't know that there wasn't money that did leak out of that box, but the item was only $35 plus shipping. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for coming. Please check out my shop. Please check out my buy it now. And I have best offer turned on. If you're still there, TH Stacker and Bill, this is the new item of the day, the jewelry jar. Yes, Bill, I think so too. And I almost fell out of my chair when I mentioned pirate ship. And she said something like, "Oh, I don't know anything about any pirate ships except for those at Disneyland." And I just about died. And then she sent me a dish from Indonesia. And it's a replica depression glass era dish. It wasn't made it's often misidentified as depression glass because it looks like it, but it's just like a replica that was made late 60s or 70s from a company in Indonesia that didn't even start manufacturing glass until 1969. And I looked it up online, and it does say that a lot of times that particular brand is mistaken for, oh, thanks for the hearts, that brand is mistaken for depression era glass. But depression era is like from the 20s to 30s and, the early 40s. And this had to be made at the earliest 1969, but it's still cute. So please check out my shop. If anybody wants to do a raid later, and I've actually got some sales in here, then I can have a raid givey. But I got to have some sales. I won't do any givey unless I get, I got to get some sales. I got to sell more than $3 to do a givey because it's going to come out of my pocket. But yeah, thanks, Bill, for watching the video on the box of cash. If you're still here, TH Stacker, you got to see that video, the box of cash um, video. And then not knowing that the same day that that was delivered, there was a whatnot giveaway package in the mailbox that I just hadn't grabbed because the box was at the front door. And I realized that yesterday, last evening, like, oh, there's another package out there. When I just grabbed the package at the door, he only put the one at the door that didn't fit in the box, but there was still something in the box. And I didn't know what I had won during that givey. I had kind of missed what I won. And I was like, oh, does anybody know what I won? And nobody answered my question. And I thought, oh, it must be a surprise. Must be a surprise givey. And then I opened that and there was $10. And I was just like, oh my God. Like two people sent me cash the same day. So I got 42 bucks from the lady in the Antelope Valley. And I managed to pack up her item and get to the post office the same day as they were closing. So it went out Friday. She'll have it Monday. So hopefully she's going to like her pearl set. And that's why the pearl set is no longer on Whatnot, because it has been sold. Make sure you guys, if you're not doing multiple platforms, if you're a reseller, even though I love Whatnot, make sure you're still doing the Bay or Posh or Mercari or Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, Whatnot Marketplace. Just have your items out there. Sometimes people will even buy directly from you, just, in private, and they'll just pay you the postage and, send you a Cash App or a Zelle or a Venmo. Have all those options on the table. But this would be a good investment for somebody because that came out of a jar that was $61.86, and I'm selling this jar for $30. And the only thing that's not in there is the silver and this gemstone necklace and a couple of the just garbage pieces that I put the garbage pieces in the craft pile. If anybody wants the craft pile, I'll list it, but I don't think I really have enough in there to sell a full box. Because I'm very, very picky about what I put on my platforms. I'm very picky about what I put on Whatnot or eBay and Marketplace. And I'm very, very particular about what I put in the jar because I want the person that buys this jar or gifts this jar to somebody else to be very, very happy. And thank you to all who have answered my poll. Thanks for coming over, Bill, from YouTube. I still have the Egyptian Pharaoh 24 karat gold plated token. Hi, Jessica. Please check out my shop. Everything's buy it now with best offer. The other tokens, the Kobe Bryant token is gone, and the Bitcoin physical coin token is gone. They were all 24 karat. I won all of these on Whatnot. It came in the same bundle that the Marilyn Monroe 24K bill came in. The one that the seller, some, not intelligent seller, said that was Madonna. I don't know how somebody could confuse Marilyn Monroe with Madonna. So I'm glad that went to somebody I know on here. Hi, Adrian. Or Adriana? Adriana. Please check out my shop. Please check out my buy it now. Send me an offer. If I get a raid later, I'll do a raid givey, but I gotta sell some stuff first. I cannot just be on the air for the givvies, or it's not gonna work out. Boy, if I don't start making some money with this jewelry, I'm gonna have to switch it up here on Whatnot, and I'm gonna have to take some lessons from TH Stacker and do a silver show or something and have some some booby prizes and then have a chaser prize. But I would feel sorry for all the people that got the booby prize. Some people get really upset, they spend $20, $30 and they're like, oh, I got a dime or I got a gram of silver and that was it. You know? But I gotta start making some money on here because my disability is not enough. And I gotta pay for all these jars. Hey, Star 1976. Thanks for coming. Please check out my shop. Please check out my Buy It Now. Everybody, if you're not already following me, please follow me and I'll follow you after the show. I do plan on having some giveaways later if we can sell enough product here. If anybody wants to buy some stickers or a sticker pack. I decided to add the Pokemon cards to some giveaways since I don't do Pokemon, but there may be people here who do. People that are younger than me who are a generation younger or two, and they'll appreciate that. Could be something very valuable in those packs. I don't know. I wouldn't know it if I saw it. I've sold all my watches now except for 2. I still have the Rusty Wallace watch, and it was like a storage unit find, and it just needed a new battery, and I put it in, and it's been working ever since, so hopefully it's still good. I can always throw in an extra spare battery. And then I have the Fossil, which I really want to get it fixed, but this is my watch. And I put in a battery and it didn't start working, so I may need to take it to a jeweler. You'll have to excuse my fingers. I got some battery acid on my fingers on both hands by mistake. Oh, thanks for looking, Bill. So this Fossil probably cost me about $150 or more when I bought it, and I hate to get rid of it for nothing on here just because the battery didn't do the job, but whoever buys it is going to have to take it to a jeweler. I may just set it aside and take it to a jeweler myself and get fixed because it's really nice. It's a dual color, metal band with the gold and the silver. Hi, Amy. Thanks for coming. Please check out my shop. Check out my Buy It Now. Got something for everybody. A little bit of something for everybody between adults and a couple of kids things and a jewelry jar, a very expensive gemstone necklace that I got really lucky to get. I still have my banger pieces. My 2 banger pieces are my Japanese Akoya pearls and my Goldet Egyptian necklace. And I have them priced to sell. So if you're looking for that, early Christmas item. Has anybody else been getting Halloween or Christmas ads on like Facebook? I'm starting to see some of stuff like that. And it's not even July 4th. Here in LA, and I know this is going to sound strange, but after July 4th is over, our local drugstores and so forth, they usually put out the Halloween items right after July 4th. In fact, they get them in stock in their back room before July 4th. So if you go to, another week or two, go to CVS and you'll be able to buy a bag of Halloween candy. Very tempting. I just can't eat it anymore. I will give away these Trick or Trade Pokemon cards if I can get rated or I can sell enough items tonight. I just wanted to give you guys a chance first before, the stuff starts selling on Marketplace or eBay or Mercari. Mercari's pretty slow lately, although I did have a sale the other day. It was an item that was very heavily favorited over here, but it sold on the Merc. I was quite surprised. And this bracelet here, it's got to be some type of real gemstone. I don't know what they are. I didn't test them, but they're ice cold to the touch. There's also another gemstone necklace, and I have it hidden in the jewelry jar. I didn't test it either, but I know from touching it, it was ice cold, just like the amethyst and the peridot um, handmade, hand knotted necklace. So there's 3 sets of gemstones here: a bracelet, a necklace that's hidden in the jewelry jar, and then the banger piece that came out of the Goodwill blue box. And if you guys want to see some of the pieces that came out of the Goodwill blue box, just go to my YouTube channel and you can watch the videos on that. That was quite the silver hoard and gemstone extravaganza box. But I have to get rid of it because I have to make room. I just ordered another box on Friday, and it should ship out usually by Monday or Tuesday of the following week, and then it has to come from wherever it's coming from across country. So the last box took 11 days, so I've got about another week to get this stuff unloaded, to get it gone. And then we can start this all over again. And I'll pull the surprises out, and everything else will go on Whatnot. Hi, Iris. Thanks for joining. Please check out my shop. Please check out my Buy It Now. Oh, thanks for the tip. Oh, that's not necessary. Thank you so much, Bill. That may be all I make tonight is $1. That'll go for bunny treats, and she needs them because she had her bunny vaccine yesterday. So she's feeling a little cruddy today. Hopefully she'll be herself soon. The cat was feeling a little cruddy today too. She coughed up a hairball. So they're both sleeping right now, which is very unusual during my show that it's so quiet. So this would be a good time for me to show stuff. Hi, it's Good Medicine. Thanks for coming. Please check out my shop. Go to my Buy It Now tab and find what you're looking for. And you might notice that best offer is turned on most of these items. I'm not going to go very long tonight, so I will be going off at no later than 9 o'clock my time. It's 8:47 my time. So if you're going to do some shopping, feel free to start sending me those offers. It would be so nice if I got a raid. A lot of items have sold since my last show, but they've either sold on the Whatnot Marketplace or they've sold on other platforms. But today I added this banger jewelry jar, and I added the peridot amethyst hand knotted handmade necklace. Oh, and I also have the Creed sterling silver cross. I'm keeping most of the silver that I got out of that banger box, the silver hoard. Oh, thanks for your purchase, Bill. Yeah, I'll pick out a really nice one. They're all nice. It's got like a covered lid on it, so it's kind of hard to see it like on camera, but yeah, I'll send that out to you. Thank you so much. Have you done any shows lately, Bill, or do you do shows, or are you just a shopper on here? Or are you also a seller? If you're not a seller, I can send you my selling code and they'll match up your first week's sales to like up to $150 or something. And you can still use a code even if you've already signed up to Whatnot as a buyer, but you wanted to become a seller. I could send you my code. Oh, let me send you my code, Bill. And they'll match your first week's sale up to 150. I don't think I get anything anymore because they changed the referral program. Like if I refer a buyer now, I get like a $5 credit. It's not even like they don't even put it on to my sales. They just put it as a buyer's credit for like shopping. And someone has to buy something, even if it's not through me. And then once they get their item and it processes, somebody in the gold community just used my code and I finally got my $5. But I'd love for someone to use my seller's code because then it's easier for them to get started. And people are selling everything. People are selling candy, and I heard some guy was selling steak. Like, how do you do that? How do you get a license to sell like steak and whatnot? Like, I think that might be a little dangerous, you know? I'd watch the candy too, you know, unless you get it from a trusted seller. I've had people send me expired crap, you know, and then they get all upset when I call them out on it. Hey, Shredbird, welcome back. Check out my shop. I've got some really cool new things since last week. Look at that jewelry jar. Yeah, came from Goodwill Blue Box number 16. But I got to get rid of it because Goodwill Blue Box number 17 should be shipping out sometime next week. And then I got this really nice peridot amethyst necklace, and I found one that was almost exactly the same, but not exactly because they're handmade, and it's probably the only one in the world. And the one that I found on Etsy had just sold for $203.88. And yes, it has been tested. And I'm getting rid of mine for 50. I was going to do 75, but on Whatnot I put 50. I think you can buy it on the Bay though for 75. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you want to participate like in the Givey's bill, you have to be on uh, a mobile device, on a smartphone, either iPhone or Android. Like if you use a computer or a tablet and the seller's running a Givey, you won't be able to participate. Everything on Whatnot operates better on mobile than on desktop. I've tried to do a show from my desktop before, and it's a nightmare. It's to have to, yeah, you definitely, you just want to pull your phone out of your pocket and hit a few buttons and go. It's the hardest thing is just getting all your items set up for the first time, and then once they're set up, you can just clone those items to your next show, the ones that didn't sell, and then they can switch over to Marketplace. But when you add new items, you have to remember that when you're cloning from the last show, that any new items that you added, like I added the jewelry jar and I added the peridot necklace with the amethyst. There's also some yellow citrine quartz in there just as highlight beads or highlight stones. Um, you have to remember to add those to a live show or they won't switch over. But once you've got it figured out and you've got all your items listed, then it goes really fast. EA, hello. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Hello to hello. Please check out the shop. Check out the buy it now. And we did sell an opal tonight. Yay, an Ethiopian opal. So one of them's for me, one of them's for Bill. So there should be 5 Ethiopian opals left. Yeah, and I'll put that in a really nice package, Bill, so it doesn't like get lost. I put them in little foil bags, and then I'll seal that bag into something else so it won't get lost in the mail. No, all these little things help, you know, because I have to buy the shipping supplies. I buy like really nice. I just bought some boxes off eBay and they were like 25, $30. And now I need to buy some more polys. Hi, Sharon. Thanks for joining. Go check out my shop. Check out my buy it now. Make me an offer. Who's a reseller out there? You want to buy a jewelry jar? Do you want to buy a $200 necklace for $50? For you resellers, check out these necklaces. Check out the jewelry jar. And if you really want a nice investment, check out the black Japanese Akoya pearls or the Egyptian gold necklace. I've had several people tell me that I'm selling the pearls too cheap, and I kind of don't want to sell them because they have sentimental value, but I never did wear them. Black Japanese Akoya pearls from Japan. There's quite an interesting story behind those pearls, so I'm going to miss them, but I'm not going to live forever, and they're just sitting in my closet, not going anywhere, not being worn, not being enjoyed. And I really don't have any family left, so I don't have anybody to leave it to, so I might as well just, get rid of some of this stuff. But I have to make room for the next jewelry. The next Goodwill blue box is coming in probably in another week or so, depending on which Goodwill is going to. I made the purchase Friday, but I'll never know until I get the FedEx notice as to which store it's coming from, and they're all far away, like Ohio or New Jersey or North Carolina or Tennessee. So, and they don't send anything express. It's all like going across the country, truck by truck by truck. So sometimes it can take up to 2 weeks for me to get the boxes. Josiah, thanks for coming. Please check out my shop. Please check out my Buy It Now. I've got another 5 minutes to be on the air. You want to ask any questions? If anybody wants to send over a raid, let me know, and I'll get a giving for that ready. But I'm going to be going off the air in 5 minutes. And thank you so much again, Bill H, for the tip. It's going to the bunny. Yeah, I had to buy I went and got her vaccine, but I had to buy one of these. Does anybody know what this is? It's an otoscope. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's going down the bunny's ear. Yeah. She's had some itchy, so I'm gonna have to take care of that. Medication is on the way, just in case. Right now, I'm just letting her recover from her rabbit vaccine. So everything that is here tonight is going to help supply the new jewelry and help pay for the bunny. And she's a lot of work. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Bill. I appreciate you. Yeah, like I said, Bill, if you ever want to become a seller on here, just let me know and I'll shoot you the seller's code to sign up for, and then see how much you can sell that first week, and then they can match it up to $150. Then you'll have all kinds of money to come over to my store and buy something really cool, like you're a guy, you could buy the Rusty Wallace watch, or you could buy the really nice vintage golf money clip. I don't think it's sterling, but it kind of looks like it, but I don't think it is. And then I still have the Jostens. I can't believe I still have it. Yeah, the watch, I got it from a seller on Whatnot, and it came from like a storage unit, and it just needed a new battery. So it should be fine. And it's got a leather strap and everything, nice band. Not a scratch on it, so I don't think anybody ever wore it. It just, sat in a storage somewhere and the battery died. And, I've already paid for the battery, so I'm just going to recover the money from the batteries. You like the keys? Oh, yeah. You know what? And these keys, these are tie tacks and tie bars. This company uses a lot of times 10 karat gold. Now, I have not tested this, and I have not seen a 10 karat symbol on this, but those stones are real rubies, and I tested them, and they tested positive. Those are genuine red rubies. And I could tell kind of by looking at them, because when you look at them under the light, a real ruby looks more pink than it does red. It's like if you took a red stone and you poured, pink paint into it and you stirred it all up. It's got more of a fuchsia color, like a fuchsia lipstick color. And those were real, and they did register positive on the gemstone tester. And this little insert does come out, and I turned it over and I see the company name stamped on the back, but I don't see any 10 karat marks. But they class rings, and they make jewelry for the NBA and for Major League Baseball. They make a lot of graduation type jewelry and rings. This is a vintage company. I don't know if they're still in business, but a lot of their jewelry is 10K, and I have not wanted to take it out of it's tied in very tight. I didn't want to take it out to test it, but I did test the stones, and they are genuine rubies. So I'm not going to advertise it as gold because I don't know. I don't see a marking on it, so it could be plated. I'm not sure, but it's definitely finished. The box is a clamshell and it's kind of loose, so that's how I can tell. And it's got like a little ding in the felt right there. So the box is a little worse for the wear, but these would go on a man's tie. And one's a bar and one's a pin. I think a lot of the stuff was probably made in the 70s or the 80s, but see, the smaller one is a pin, and the bigger one is a tie bar. They're really, really nice. Okay, thanks for coming, Bill. I appreciate it. Oh, we are almost out of time, folks. If you just joined, please check out the catalog because I am getting ready to go off the air. I was hoping somebody would raid me, then we could do a raid givey. Anybody know anybody out there that's looking to raid? Because I was only going to go to 9 o'clock Pacific time. I see we got 2 people in the chat. That's probably me, myself, and I, and one other person. So whoever you are, let me know if you need to see what's in the shop, if you need more time. If not, I'm going to go raid somebody. I'm going to go over to somebody's show. Let me know if there's anything you need to see. Hi, Evelyn. Be going off the air soon. Please check out the shop to buy it now. I was only planning on being on for an hour, and I've been on an hour and 2 minutes. Can't make it late tonight. So I'll give everybody time who just came in to go look at the catalog. Click the shop tab, click buy it now. I do have best offer turned on. The banger items are still there. The new items are the bulk jewelry jar and the peridot and amethyst beads or stones, genuine. Oh, I did add a Style and Company cabochon choker necklace, or actually it's a bib necklace, statement piece. I did add that. I couldn't see it hiding there underneath the peridot. I still have the Monet butterfly. Oh, good night, Bill. Thanks for coming. Let me see who we're going to raid tonight. Let's go. I don't know who this is, but we're going to go over and raid this lady. We're going to go over and raid Jovis Casta.